Hi everyone. I thought I would do my weekly wrap up here with Tiger Zeke, and also give you an update on this amazing boy. So as you know, I'm here in Feline Meadows building with Tiger Zeke, and wanted to give you an update on him being locked in his room right now and in his bed box. So as you guys know, Zeke is one of the Tiger trio. He is brothers of Griffin and Dimitri, and he came from the Colorado project, also where our Tiger Pandora came from. And a little over a year ago, Zeke, you can see also, I'll talk a little bit about his eyes, you might see, but Zeke was having some GI issues and went in for a CT scan. He had chronic GI issues, and we found out that he had a chronic and acute condition that we were treating and thought that hopefully we're in the clear. Then a few weeks ago, he started having some third eyelid issues, which can cause from pain. It was really dusty. It was really poor air quality. And, you know, so we've scheduled an exam and an ophthalmologist appointment with Zeke here for Saturday. And our staff have been watching him every single day. We also started him on antibiotics for his eye condition based on the recommendation of the ophthalmologist and our veterinarian. He's also been on other meds for his GI issues. And so he was, you know, doing well, moving towards his eye exam and sedation for overall diagnostics again on Saturday. Unfortunately, yesterday morning, the staff came out and he was not himself. He was walking backwards. He was having huge sensitivity to light. He was being overstimulated by sound, and it wasn't consistent at all. And with some observations and trail cams and some things our vet's seen, it's very concerning right now with this boy, Zeke. And it kind of took a turn slowly over the last year and a half, but quickly recently. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see the issues with his eyes. But the issue is, this is only secondary to what's going on. What looks very graphic in pink is his third eyelid up on the other side. So that's not his eyeball, that's his third eyelid. Today he's better than yesterday, but to the best of our information, we have done so many diagnostics and we're doing more on Saturday, is that this is just a symptom of something bigger going on. With his GI issues, with the a lot of inbreeding in the Colorado project. Zeke is 13. He is not himself. He's very quiet. He did chuff when I came in, which is a huge improvement from yesterday. But what we were looking at appears that he's had some seizure activity. We're using cameras to confirm that. But Dr. Campbell was able to see a localized ocular seizure yesterday. Some other things were reported by caretakers. And the hard thing about seizures, if they're not major like grand mal seizures, you can often not see them, but you're seeing the aftermath. And sometimes, if you remember, like Callie the tiger at end of life when she had cancer, she had seizures and then her mentation never came back. You know, so seizures can be treated with phenobarbital and other things, but when you have chronic other illnesses, seizures tend to be a sign of going in the direction we don't want to go. So for transparency, we wanted to let you guys know because we were super optimistic, and now I would say there's a very huge prognosis is very guarded at this point, and we are going to take it day by day. Our veterinarian, Dr. Campbell, and everybody's been in here. The trail cams are here. We're keeping it quiet for him since sounds can trigger him. He is eating, but he is definitely not himself, and mentation is very dull. And so if we have to intervene today or tomorrow, we will. But right now it's about keeping him comfortable, since we have an extended vet team on Saturday, which then if we sedate him, we can get more information. We've also reached out for a CT or MRI, but he's already had that. And a lot of times, if they have tumors in the brain or a lesion in the brain, you can't pick up on it at that time. And so with all of you, we just love this boy so much. And I love to see him groom a little bit. I love to see him sternal, but he's definitely not himself. He was also walking backwards, and so we know his vision is probably not as good as it should with what's going on with his eyes, and so that can cause some of the symptoms we're seeing of him not wanting to walk forwards, but it also is showing a lot of neurological symptoms, which can be brain function, and that can be affected by seizures, which can be caused by brain tumors or cancer of other things. So if you're just tuning in, we're doing an update on Tiger Zeke here, and so please definitely come back and watch the video so I don't have to repeat everything, but we know we want you to keep him in his thoughts and prayers. We have 2 doctors plus our veterinarian that are going to be seeing him on Saturday. Of course, we'll intervene if we need to earlier, but at this point, we want to make sure we have everything we need and all the specialists here so that we can get the most information when he's sedated. And if it's neurological, there's not a lot we can do here at TWS. So at this point, we're taking it day by day, but his third eyelid's up definitely. Are an issue because that's a secondary sign of many other things that can be going on. Plus he has the lesions on his eyes. Plus he's having mentation and mobility issues. All not things we want to see, but sadly not super surprising given over a year ago we knew he had a severe GI issue, which was mostly autoimmune, and then he also had an acute GI issue on top of that. So this guy's had a lot of issues since he's arrived from the Colorado rescue, but he has known so much love, so much companionship from his brothers. And you can see his heart rate isn't elevated, his breathing's not elevated. The things that would show he's not fidgety, the things that would show he was in a lot of pain right now. So that gives us some time to get more information in hopes that we can provide the best outcome for him. But as you guys know, we will always make the best decision for them, no matter how hard it is for us. So those that sponsor Zeke, thank you so much. I know Julie sent out an email. We were kind of surprised at this turn of events that it happened so quickly, but we were all very concerned that when he had his eye issues that didn't go away, that it was something much larger than irritated eyes, and that tends to be the case. So we love you so much. We're trying to give him some peace and quiet. And also the staff has been spending time with him. He's been getting food treats throughout the day, but at least today he's very calm and he's not overly stimulated by sounds, which was happening yesterday, and that was startling him a lot, and that was not easy to see. So with the vets coming up, whenever we outsource veterinarians coming on site, you can imagine how expensive that often can be. So any donations towards Zeke's Saturday appointment for diagnostics, and also might include eye surgery if we determine a lot of these symptoms are due to his eye issues and discomfort. But we are hoping, no matter what, that Zeke helps us get answers, that the vets help us get answers, answers that CTs, MRIs, and other diagnostics haven't provided. But over and above all, we just want the right information to make the best decisions for our cats here that we and you love so much. So please keep Zeke in your thoughts and hearts. His brothers are quite quiet today outside in the yard, and so we did have to separate him from his brothers and sisters I say sisters, Elizabeth and Noah are not his sisters next door, but Elizabeth did notice something was really off with him and was very fixated at the shared wall, which was agitating Zeke even more. And so we're glad he was able to kind of mentally come back enough to come into his room where we can better care for him and kind of see what the next few days entail. But right now he is definitely quiet. He's definitely not himself, but all of us are watching. He's not showing a lot of outward signs of pain, but he is going to be put on some pain management. And we might have to make a decision before Saturday, but we're hoping we can keep him quiet and comfortable and help him recuperate. So if you're just joining us, this is our beloved boy, Tiger Zeke. We aren't sure what's going on, but after 25 years in rescue, and when you have ADRs, ain't doing right, and diagnostics, and vet visits, and CT scans, and blood work, and none of that gives you the answers you want, or any answers at all, it usually can mean that we have cancer throughout the body, or we have some type of mass in the brain. And so that is our biggest concerns right now. So please hold him, his caretakers, and everybody, hi buddy, we love you so much, in your thoughts. I'm going to give him some respite time, and then we will go see some other cats. I've been doing play dates with some of the hybrids today, and anything that can fill my heart when our hearts are hurting for one of our beloved residents. Zeke, we love you so much, and we wish you the best decision we can possibly do for you, whatever that is. So we will keep you all posted, and Zeke, know how much you are loved, big guy.